It is art auction season, and Canada is seeing a growing market for international artists like works from Vincent van Gogh and Pierre-Auguste Renoir. And is it Van Gogh or Van Gogh?
Both are right.
Both
Gogh
are right.
Tends
Okay.
to be how you hear it, but we say Van Gogh.
All right, I should do the introduction now, and that's Canada's. Joining us to talk about Canada's art market is Rob Cowley, Canadian art specialist and president of Cowley, Abbott. And thank you very much for joining us today with a Renoir.
With a Renoir right here beside us, which is being offered in our auctions tomorrow evening on Wednesday the 27th. So we're delighted to have this painting.
And where does this sit price-wise? What do you expect?
So the estimate on the painting is between $150,000 and $250,000. Comes to us from a private collection, a Canadian private collection. Delighted to have it. And again, one of the Globe's best-known artists, of course, historically. So and a fine painting by him, a nice little painting by Renoir.
It is a beautiful painting, and it's sitting beside me. I'm not going to get too close to it. Bull in a China shop comes to mind. Let's talk a little bit about the art collection market in Canada. What is it like now? I mean, is that the norm, or is it across the spectrum?
Across the spectrum, and in fact, $150,000 to $250,000 right now is a great investment level for many collectors. We've had, sales even since COVID really have been excessive in Canada. The market's been very strong. Part of it's been driven by the quality and rarity of work coming to the market, both Canadian and international. We sold a private collection in 2022-2023 that grossed over $36 million, including works by Emily Carr that exceeded $3 million, works by the Group of Seven that exceeded $2 million. So I mean, some of the strongest seasons and highest records we've ever witnessed have been in the past 5 years.
Now, have Canadians suddenly woken to that it is an investment? I mean, you obviously, do you buy? Let me ask that question first. Do you buy art because it's beautiful, or do you buy art because it's an investment?
I think you do both. I think certainly what you do is you work with professionals, you work with advisors, you educate yourself as well. Certainly, there absolutely is a place for investment in the art market, and we're seeing it more and more. But you also want to make sure that you're looking at work that has an interest to you, that you're educating yourself. As I said, you're reading, you're speaking to specialists, and you're buying in the right areas so that, even a work by a named artist, you're looking at works of rarity and quality. They're going to hold value over time while you enjoy them and hopefully even increase.
And so what's changed that? The Canadians, I mean, you said the pandemic, but have they recognized it as an investment? And we're going to show, so here's some of the other pieces too. So you can answer my question and describe what we're looking at here too.
So what you found, honestly, Roger, in the past, certainly past 5 or 6 years, if we look at even the start of COVID, a lot of collectors and individuals had the time to spend connecting or reconnecting to their passion for collecting, and also looking at the money markets and seeing that, that the right opportunities often rival those markets, sometimes exceed those markets. And the work we're looking at right here, this is a very rare etching by Vincent van Gogh. This was produced in the last couple of months of his life. It is the subject matter is Docteur Gachet, who was actually caring for him and provided him with the printing materials. But that is one of the most sought prints in the market globally. It's in versions of it are in MoMA and other museums like the MFA in Boston around the world, and a great example of $150,000 to $250,000 as well, and a great opportunity for a collector.
Yeah. And then we have a couple others here. I'm just
here.
loving them. And so, what makes these so attractive to buyers? Is it the name?
It's the name, certainly, but also the quality, the rarity, the period. I mean, this Emily Carr canvas is featured on the front cover of our catalog. It's a 1936 painting called Wind. This is exactly this kind of subject matter that collectors are looking for. It's valued at $500,000 to $700,000. It hasn't been on the market in over 80 years. It was once considered for purchase by the National Gallery of Canada while Carr was alive, and coming to the market for the first time. And with the strength of the market and such strong prices and opportunities, it continues to bring quality and rarity to the market, and that's what drives our market.
Now, there are obviously individual buyers who can afford these, and other people are looking going, this is out of my price range. Is there ways to buy art as a group? Or compete, like, are there like an ETF for art, something like that?
There is. More and more you're finding that there are consortiums now and even funds that do invest in artwork in a group setting. In Canada, that's happening more and more as well. And that also provides a real signifier to us in terms of the opportunity for collection and for investment. And you're finding that has only increased over time. The New York sales that just wrapped up, I think we saw $2.5 billion in sales, which was double last year. And again, driven by quality, driven by rarity, driven by opportunity for collectors, but you're finding all kinds of opportunities for all types of collectors right now.
And who gets to hold on to the piece of art if you're a consortium?
That is up for discussion, certainly. Oh, I'll talk about, there's the last work, actually. Yeah, this is Lawren Harris from the Group of Seven.
I love Group of Seven.
I mean, paintings like this is a Lake Superior scene by the artist. Works like this have exceeded $1 million in recent seasons, and this painting could certainly do that. A fantastic example by the artist. And one of those names, he was the first artist to sell for $1 million, $2 million, and over $10 million at auction in Canada. This is valued at 500 to 700,000, which I think is a great opportunity for a collector.
And what artists are hot or styles?
It's a wide range. In Canada, over the last 20 years, what you've witnessed is a widening of the market. So that certainly historical artists like the Group of Seven and Emily Carr have continued to be very hot. But also you have abstract artists like Jean-Paul Riopel and Marcel Ferrand, a female artist as well. And then contemporary artists as well, even artists that are living now, works by Kim Dorland, Kent Monkman as well. Mm-hmm. So you find it's a very wide market. There's a lot of opportunity, not only in the major live auctions twice a year, but even online auctions where collectors can begin to collect even at below the $10,000 level. So it isn't just talking about six figures. There's an opportunity for collectors at most levels right now.
And from an investment perspective, what kind of returns is? I mean, it's like anything.
Like anything.
Past returns do not guarantee future.
Exactly. I mean, we saw in New York this week, we saw some works that doubled in value over 5 or 6 years, quite honestly. And often it's quality and rarity that drives that opportunity. If we're looking at artists like Lawren Harris, when I started in the business 25 years ago, the record for a Lawren Harris painting was about $2 million, 2.4. Now it's over 10. So I mean, certainly there's opportunities. Again, why you educate yourself, why you speak to specialists as well, who can help to guide you in those areas.
All right, and what do you like?
I like a bit of everything. I love this painting. This painting beside us, I absolutely love. I love the Emily Carr. I absolutely love the Lawren Harris as well. We're very, very fortunate. We get to spend time with all types of different works every 6 months.
And do you miss them when they go?
I really do. I was just saying before we started, you take it for granted a bit because you're working so hard and talking about them all the time, and then the auction takes place, tomorrow night, and they're all gone in the days to pass.
And then and there was the 2 seasons, right? So February. Yep. Spring and fall
Spring and fall. We are now collecting for our fall sale on November 25th, and in between that, lots of online sales at cowleyabbott.ca.
All right, Rob. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for leaving this for us.
Okay.
Beautiful gift.
Enjoy it.
I appreciate it. He's not leaving it. Trust me. All right, Rob Cowley, art specialist and president of Cowley Abbott, with some beautiful pieces of art here.